muscle, you need calcium for contraction, magnesium for relaxation. Do you have a heart that pumps? If you do, you need it, right? You need the contraction of your heart and relaxation. What about your intestine? Those smooth muscles requires calcium for contraction, relaxation, in order to get rid of all the garbage in your large intestine. Don't you need that? People complain, I have constipation. Hey, why would Vincent recommend active calcium rather than fiber G? Because if you keep giving fiber G only without active calcium, the large intestine will not move. He may end up with a bigger problem. Get stuck, can't even move the first part out. So you understand this product will actually help you with many different areas. Central nervous system. If we want to tell ourselves to move around, we need to transmit neurons, transmit messages to go down. When you are young, you got tons of these calcium and magnesium, fine, you can do that. When you get old, you may not have enough even for your bones. How can you have enough for your central nervous system? If it's not there, you may have messages going through, pathway is not getting there. Your control may not be very good. Patients who suffer from many degenerative diseases, their control is very poor. Parkinson's patients, very poor. Moon face, they do not have any expression because the control muscle very poor. Calcium and magnesium is missing. We need this alkaline product to neutralize our body. Have you heard of people saying that I'm too acidic? Acidosis is the problem. If you go to USANA, it will tell you, most patients, 90% of patients, they found that the body is too acidic. Hyperpressure patient, heart attack patient, diabetic patient, their body is acidic. We need something that's alkaline to neutralize it. So can you understand why I recommend this optimizer, no matter what, essential, profound, active calcium, and then I recommend omega-3. This particular product has at least 7 functions, from head to toe. I'll show you. Our brain memory cell requires omega-3. So if you do not have that membrane, what will happen to your memory? Alzheimer's dementia will be the end result. So if you do not want that, you need good memory, you need omega-3. Our central nervous, our nerve fiber, the protective layer, the myelin shield, the material to make up our myelin shield is omega-3. And then if you want to reduce your bad cholesterol, LDL, you need omega-3. You need to reduce your triglyceride, the bad oil in your body, you need omega-3. Our joint itself, the cartridge, the lining itself is omega-3. If your cushion is not there, because of wear and tear, all those fluids leak out. Your bones can be pushing onto your own and squeeze onto your nerve fibers can be very painful. Arthritic pain. How can Vincent recommend oil to a patient who suffers from arthritis? Hey, I know you need to rebuild your joint, you need that omega-3 oil. The biggest organ in our body, our skin, is made up of 2 layers, oil and water, lipid bilayer. It is the oil layer that's destroyed. Why would they be destroyed? We are the one who destroyed it. When we cook, we use the best oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, very good oil. But once our temperature goes up, all the branches, the polyunsaturated oil branches, broken, become saturated oil. This saturated oil is a bad type of oil so that you end up with eczema, psoriasis, skin problem. So when people with skin problem, Vincent recommends oil again. So there are so many areas that you may need this. Your kidney, the nutrient is omega-3. Patients who suffer from proteinuria, their kidney failure, patients who suffer from diabetes, and then towards the end they may need hemodialysis. And then Vincent recommends a lot of omega-3. Now, a lot of internal specialists keep telling patients, if you know that you have protein in your urine, that means your kidney is failing, there's not much we can do for you. We wait until it's very bad, then go through hemodialysis, or wait for a new kidney. That's all they can do. But here, now they're telling patients, hey, you go and buy yourself about 10,000 milligrams of omega-3, whichever brand. get it, take it for 6 months, come back and see me. Most patients, when they go back to see the doctor, within 6 months' time, they can see significant improvement because the kidney now is getting all the nutrients they want. The function is back to normal. This makes sense. Now, what is the difference between this particular omega-3 and ordinary omega-3? Now, omega-3, we know that where do they come from? Deep sea fish. We are the one who's responsible for the pollution. We throw all the used batteries and all those into our ocean 30, 40 years ago. Now, they are coming back to us. Small microorganism polluted with mercury, heavy metals, PCB, and then the small fish feed on it. The big fish, eventually, a lot of mercury in omega-3 products. USANA, look at it. Dr. Wentz, understand, we need omega-3, but it is not the best product now because there is a whole bunch of mercury in it. What can we do? Another story. When I was young, I used to make almond tea for my uncle. How do we make almond tea? Put some almond in, grind it, and put water in, and then you can, oh, when I started to drink, tastes good, but it's not very nice. The particle in there is pretty big, irritates my throat, it's not very good. Now we know, what do? We actually use rice bags and then put all those almond tea in it, go through rice bag, oh, the ones coming out become smooth. We use the rice bag, the tiny little holes, to filter some of the almond itself, right? So you have a better product. The same idea, we filter our omega-3, but at the same time, we use molecular size, so small, even the smallest molecules such as mercury cannot go through. And we're not satisfied with one-time filtering. We filter it twice, double molecular dispersion. Now, this story, the friend probably towards the end may not remember everything, but remember the filtering. Oh, I want that product, that good oil without mercury. Now you have more and more products that your friend may want to use. Now, up to this moment, you've heard of a few examples, a few stories about products. Now, I'm quickly going to go through because it looks like we may run out of time in a little while. Procosa is a product that I like the most. If you know my story, 16, 17 years ago, I was working in my own pharmacy and ended up in the hospital. I was rushed to emergency from my own pharmacy because of neck muscle spasm. The pain was so bad in emergency, 3.5 hours they were unable to do anything, gave me a shot of Delmor, like morphine, sent me home. 6 hours later, the pain came back, so I went back to see a neurologist. X-ray, bone scan, MRI show nothing wrong. Or they can offer me more painkillers. As a practicing pharmacist at that time, I said, this is not a solution. Looks like you're not helping me. Do you know what they prescribe? Antidepressants. They look at me, you look depressed. I said, yes, I'm depressed. Because I'm coming here for help. It looks like you're not helping. I was the one in pain. Okay. I looked at him, I said, looks like you have no solution for me. He said, you know best. Or we can offer you more painkillers. And you know the side effects of those are not very good. So that was the time when I said to myself, I need to help myself. And I ran into USANA, and I was happy that eventually USANA come up with Procosa. At that time, when I joined USANA, we only have 4 products. The Essentials, Profavano, After-Calcium, and Fibergen. So if you're complaining about any market without enough products, I start Canada with 4 products only. We did well. Now, Procosa is a product that can actually get into our joint. The function of glucosamine is to increase the biosynthesis of the cartridge. Remember I talked about omega-3. Omega-3 is the building block of the cartridge itself. So the two combined work well. If you have only either one, it's not functioning good. Because you have the raw material, the omega-3, without glucosamine is equivalent to a very busy restaurant. When you have a restaurant, you are the owner. All of a sudden, you have all these customers coming to you. What are you going to do? You need more than one cook. You need to hire another cook to help you. Glucosamine is equivalent to extra Coke. But if you do not buy any more vegetables and chickens and beef, what is this new Coke going to do? He cannot cook his left hand with right hand. There's not much he can do. He needs raw material. So omega-3 is the raw material. Procosa, the glucosamine, will increase the biosynthesis of the cartridge. Increase the ability to make a new cartridge for you. So this particular product, why is it so different from ordinary product? This particular one, it can go through a membrane to the inflamed joint much better than ordinary glucosamine. And at the same time, this one is not made from shell. It's not from crab or from stripped shell. It's not from those. Most people, when we first have this product, most people suffer from allergies. They cannot take this product. Now is vegetable sauce. It's very body friendly. So anyone can take this. If you're active because you want to stay healthy, you may need to take this. Don't wait until you started to have this joint hurt and or the other joint that hurts. So particularly Procosa is for active members. Ginkgo